right? So I closed 3 4-figure deals in one day using my content loop system. This is the same system, that we use in order for us to book 103 appointments, in the last 60 days. I'll basically show you in this video how to essentially implement, the exact same process, inside of your business, so that we can not only get more leads, but you can also get more clients, and also show you the 4 pillars that we've been using in order for us to make that happen. The first one is how to identify a trending topic. Second one is how to ethically steal content that already works in your niche. Third one is the content loop system that we use in order for us to post content and get leads, not just likes. Fourth one is the video that we use in order for us to convert attention into meetings, converting all those likes, all those views into actual meetings. And then finally, the closing framework that we use in order for us to close deals. So yeah, stick around to the end, because this is really powerful stuff, especially step 3, the content loop system. If you implement something like this, there's a chance that you can 2 to 3x your leads if you implement this. So yeah, stick around. Awesome. So let's dive in. So this is basically how to identify a trending topic. The first thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that your content generates dopamine. If your content doesn't generate dopamine, basically you will not get likes, you will not get comments, and people will not care about your thing. When I even have to remind myself sometimes, it's when a post doesn't do as well, it's not the algorithm, it's not people don't like the content, it's not I don't know, I'm shadow banned or something. It's simply that your content does not generate dopamine. If you're not getting as many likes, or people don't interact with your stuff, it's not interesting. And as you can see here, dopamine is basically a neurotransmitter made in your brain, and it plays a role as a reward center in this case. So this is the stuff that that triggers that feeling, similar to when you see I don't know, chocolate, and you're like, I want that. Basically, your content needs to create the same type of reward mechanism. When they see your post, they should be okay, I need this. So yeah. All right. So one way, for you to essentially do the first step, which is identifying trending topics, is basically analyzing your competitors. So what you can use is you leverage, Taplio. Taplio has a list of the 100 best LinkedIn influencers, So basically you can see who are the different influencers in different spaces. You basically just type I believe there's something where you can type your keywords. Yeah, right there. So you basically just type your keywords. From there, you're good to go. So let's actually do Chris Nodali. So he has 900,000 followers, right? Super, super impressive. So he helps people with their newsletter, the step-by-step newsletter deliverables, actionable on business and personal growth. Okay, so his thing is basically leveraging a newsletter in this case. So if I go onto his post, there's a couple of things that I want to look. Is I don't want to necessarily look at likes, because it's easy to I could literally just click on this and then just like this. That's it, Basically, what I want to look for is I want to look for the amount of comments and in the amount of reposts in this case, because it's a lot harder for you to go in there, type something, and then from the send it than it is for you to just like it. And same for the reposts, you have to click on share, then you have to click on repost, So there's more actions. So those are the 2 things that I look for whenever I basically want to see what's a trending topic. So I can clearly see that this post, so successful people are delusional. Self-belief is the most powerful thing. Cool. This post had 952 comments, 467 reposts. That's huge, compared to this other one, which had 206 comments and 5 reposts only. So that gives me a signal that people are more interested in this topic, which is successful people are more delusional. Basically, if I want to create a post on I don't know, how you should emulate what successful people are doing, I know that's going to do way better than if I post an interview with, I don't know, a millionaire or billionaire. And basically what you do is you basically go into their post section and you analyze what's the content that's been trending in the last 30 days, Put that into a Notion, a Google Doc, or your notes, so that way you save it. Save the topic, save how many comments it got, save how many reposts it got as well, so that way And essentially, that gives you 5 to 10 pieces of content, that you can post about, because those topics, are interesting to other people. That's why they commented and reposted. So yeah. All right. Once you've done that, step 2 is basically how to ethically steal content, that already works in your niche. I'm not going to show you an example. I'm actually going to show you how I actually like did this with someone that posts content, that's similar to mine in this case. It is Matt Lakev, he's the GOAT, when it comes to like LinkedIn. And basically I noticed that there was a post and I liked the structure, I checked, the actual like the engagement. So it was like 75 comments, 245 likes and 1 repost, It's not the best, but still I was like, okay, so I believe that I can probably create something similar, not the exact same not the exact same like contents, because the last thing that you want to do is like steal the thing word for word, it wouldn't necessarily work. What you want to do is you want to see 2 things. You want to see the length of the post, so how long the post is, and you want to like do this the exact same length, because you know that like if this length worked for another person, most likely it's going to work for you as well. From there, you want to see what he's talking about. So what's the actual content, and actually the third thing, there's actually a third thing. You want to see what's the picture that the person has used, or picture or video in this case. So what I did is I basically like followed the same post structure. And as you can see, we're not seeing the same thing at all. It was like how I closed $57,000 on WhatsApp this week. 28% wearing green socks with Zoom slides. And I'm like, I booked 94 meetings in 60 days with LinkedIn content, all from a beach, in Martinique. So it's like, it's not the same thing, but it's pretty similar. And again, you want to take the structure, the post structure, how the phrases are, the length of the phrases, how the text is structured, the length of the entire post as well, as I said, And as you can see, let's go back. So he's saying my outbound, 40% of my leads. And he's basically giving a breakdown of his outbound process. From there, my inbound, 60% of my leads. Again, so I was like, okay, I can probably like do this and basically like adapt this to my own process. LinkedIn lead magnet content, 50% of leads. LinkedIn profile funnel, 30% of leads. Email list, 30% of leads. YouTube channel, 20% of leads, And it's not the exact same thing. As you can see, I'm breaking down like my process, and it's a bit different. Then I'm like, want to put the systems in your business this week? Look in the chat here. It is the exact same post structure, but it is not the exact post. We steal the structure, we steal the length, and then from there we create our post. Same thing with the picture. As you can see, boom, it's like him. I was like, okay, cool. Let me do something similar. Picture of myself, but showing a screenshot of the actual thing that I'm showing in this case, and as you can see, like it didn't even like get a crazy amount of engagements. I typically get like more, but overall it got like 5 comments, then nine likes, But the next strategy I'm going to show you how to use the content loop system in order for you to repurpose your post, on multiple platforms. I'll show you that in a sec. But basically, like this post generated, more than like 20,000 in deals in this case, just one post, and I'll show you how. Cool. So from there, the exact content loop system I use to post content on every platform. So it's not every platform, but we post most of the time on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on YouTube as well, and basically with our email list as well, so newsletters in this case. So basically, like I was like, okay, so this post like didn't do too well, but let me still like test it out, because like when I believe that I can improve a post, I still like post it and I try to improve the post, So this works really well with posts who have done amazing, and it works really well as well with posts who have done like okay in this case. So I literally just like repurposed the same post and sent it to my email list. I booked 94 meetings in 60 days using LinkedIn content. I added the screenshot, struggled for 3 years with no results, then cracked the code, Then I basically like went ahead and basically like created the exact same post almost. I changed a few things, added some links. That's a hack, is if you have like a landing page, you basically will want to add your landing page inside of the email. But for example, you don't add it in a way where it's like, hey, click here to book a call. That's what you do at the end of the email. But I still add the landing page, so that way people like randomly just click on it, and sometimes people book. And we've noticed that like actually people book from this. So yeah, after we posted this, we booked a meeting. Obviously the thing, that got the person to book was like 94 meetings, Basically it was like impressive, because most people can't book 94 meetings in this case. So it's like an impressive thing. So if you write, an email, you need to include stuff that's impressive to your ideal clients. Again, going back to the dopamine stuff, that generates dopamine. That's why people click. That's why people book a call. And this post actually got us a 5-figure deal. So once I see that like a post gets me meetings, it gets me clients, it then gives me another signal which says, okay, people like this, so I need to like post about it. I need to like reuse this stuff again. So the content loop system is not just LinkedIn and newsletter. Is I basically now will put this basically the same like email and turn it into a YouTube video. So you might actually see this video later down the line. But essentially, we're basically posting on this exact topic, which has been validated by LinkedIn, has been validated further by the newsletter because we close clients with it. Then finally, I'm going to post it on YouTube, and it's going to get us even more clients, because of that reason. Can you see how powerful this is? Like, this allows you to ideate and find pieces of content without having to like do research or even copy your competitors, because you've done all the work using LinkedIn in this case. So yeah, from there, what happens is once we've created like those YouTube videos, is we actually turn those into lead magnets. So it's another loop, So we found like the original idea, on LinkedIn by seeing like competitors. From there, we basically go ahead and, turn it into a LinkedIn post. I turned it into an email. And then from there, I'm going to turn it into a YouTube video. Now that I have this YouTube video on this exact topic, I can then repost as a lead magnet. So this is an example of like a lead magnet that I've posted. This got us 490 comments, 6 reposts. And basically I can say, okay, so I booked 94 meetings, using this process, This is exactly how it works. I created a 20-minute training on the 4 pillars that I use in order for me to get leads. In this case, that would be pillar number 1, LinkedIn lead magnets. Pillar number 2, LinkedIn profile. Pillar number 3, email list. And then finally, the YouTube channel. And basically, like, I could turn this into another post. And guess what? What ends up happening is people comment in order to get the lead magnets. And we basically have like a selling team that reaches out to all the people who have commented and requested the lead magnets in order to book them on a call. This is so powerful. So if you don't know like what to post, first thing that you need to do once you're done with the video, stick around because I'm going to show you like how we close these deals and stuff. But basically, like, you go on your LinkedIn, you analyze your competitors, you go on Taplio, in order for you to figure out, and I'm going to leave it down below as well so that way you get it. Basically, you go on there, you find the competitors, you write your first post, then from there you post it and you send it to your email list if you have one. If you don't have one, please create an email list. You can leverage Beehive for this. And yeah. Now, we're posting content, cool. But how do we like actually convert attention into meetings? Simple. We basically do that with a video sales letter. So basically a video sales letter is a 10-minute video, that you record that's supposed to create an epiphany. An epiphany is whenever the person has a wow moment. They're like, okay, I didn't know this, in this process, like I didn't know that this existed. I need to do this now. So it's like you shift their beliefs, and basically like everywhere in every stages, of the funnel, basically you'll see that I always have my landing page, which is leadsup.com. As you can see, it's right there, even in the post, as you can see, like in the chat here, leadsup.com. This strategy is so powerful that it only like helps you to convert attention into meetings, but it also helps you when you do it the right way, especially with our template. Basically, you can disqualify or qualify prospects, based on them going through the funnel, essentially. So that way you only have actual qualified leads, who fit your ICP, fit what you're looking for, and your ideal clients overall. So yeah. Now, finally, the closing framework, I use to close deals. When I close this deal, that 5-figure deal, there is no closing framework. I typically have like a normal script similar to like what most people have. With this call, I generally didn't have a script. I didn't have a framework, I literally just shared how our process would work, and then at the end I made the offer. I was like, this is how we can help, would you like to work for us? That's it. I literally like just shared my screen, showed them the strategies. I'm like, this is how I think we can help you. I can afford to do this simply because, the person has been through so much content, they've been through so much like stuff already, that trust has been built already. There's the YouTube videos, most likely that they've watched, because I send like 3 to 5 emails to my list every day. There's the video sales that are, which is a conversion point as well, where they basically like, it creates an epiphany. So they're like, okay, amazing, I want to do this. And they end up booking a call, There's the content, that we send them. So basically when they go on the call, they're almost like pre-sold. And it's really just about like figuring out if we're a good fit for each other and if we like each other in this case. So the traditional, like, okay, let's sit down. Let me ask you questions. I'll ask you 20 questions, Basically, like, I don't need to do this if the prospects have consumed enough information on my process to make sure that they're already pre-sold. So that way it makes my job a lot easier in this case. So yeah. And yeah, as you can see, so I believe like on that one day we had like 11K cash collected. And then there's going to be like another residual. So there was like 11K cash collected for that day. And basically it's going to be another like 10K, I believe. And yeah, this is so powerful simply because you can be on multiple platforms. You educate people at the same time. They end up coming to you. And this isn't like just leveraging DMs. This is generally just leveraging per content. People coming from content, going on the VSL, and then from there booking a call, So if you want to build something like this, for your own business, because there's like a lot more components, to this stuff, that I don't break down in the video, that I generally like, it would be like a 10-hour video probably if I were to like break down the entire thing. If you want to do something like this, in your business, you want to basically build a process where you can have prospects that come to you, prospects who are already educated or ready to buy. Basically, there's going to be a video down below that you can watch. And then from there, you'll be able to schedule a call with our team. Basically, where we'll see if we can actually help. No hard like closing or anything. It's generally like just showing you our process, and if we feel that we can help, basically we'll go ahead and actually make you an offer. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Go down below, go schedule a call, and I'll see you on the other side. In the meantime, if you want to consume more content that's going to show you how to get leads, how to get more closes, you can go there and watch the next video. Take care. Peace.